Guys, welcome back to the stable. Just want to give you a quick update of what we got going on. It's not really too much since it's kind of off season, things are slowing down a little bit, but the FJ got the lift all on there. I'm loving it so far, no complaints. Waiting on wheels and tires after the holidays. Wanted to make sure I had some money for Black Friday and do some holiday shopping and things like that. So I just need to pull the rooftop tin off with this, pull the trasheroo off, and store that stuff away for the winter. Red Mustang over here, transmission's pulled out for the third time. It's really just been a pain this whole time. We can get about 1/4 of an inch from mating up with the back of the engine. Found out that my clutch cable was absolutely worn, which I can't really complain because all this stuff's been in here close to 10 years. So did that, order a new pivot joint in there and a new clutch fork. So that stuff should be here Tuesday, and hopefully once that stuff comes in, we can get this back in. Also did a new clutch cable, firewall adjuster, quadrant on the inside. That stuff truthfully probably should have been on this car years ago, but it is what it is. Jalen is out here working on this, whatever you want to call it, trying to do a turbo blanket because this little guy in here just gets so cold. Ain't that right, Jalen?
It's gonna beat you.
All right. Still got a whole lot of Capio wrap over here, but I guess we'll see what happens with this thing. And with Jalen's last comment about this car beating mine, I wasn't going to soup up the Fox body. I was just going to leave it stock, make it clean, blah, 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 blah. But I think it'll be fun just to throw some salt in the wound and make it outrun his Subaru, so that way he knows he doesn't have a chance at running the red car when it's done. So with that being said, I got some GT40 heads, upper lower intake stuff for the Fox, and then probably gonna throw my dad's old Nova 1000 on there. But in the meantime, while all that happened, something kind of big happened for us. I'll show you guys. All right, so while we kind of been messing with the cars on and off, we went ahead and actually have a physical location for the stable now, and my parents have built this garage in the backyard, and it's just going to make things so much easier. So they finished it probably a couple weeks ago now. We went in there and put a protective coating on the floor, and huge plans for this coming up. So back here in the back corner, we're going to put a lift in. There's going to be toolboxes and cabinets all across the back wall here. We still got to do heat, power, electricity out here. But once that stuff is done, probably majority of the content, at least for working on the cars, will be shot in here. And so far, I mean, we're just absolutely loving this thing. We've always wanted to have a garage with a lift, so it's gonna make things so much nicer. And once we get the lift in here, that's when we'll start working on my dad's Fox more, because he'd just rather have the lift to be able to drop the rear end and do things like that. It'll make it so much easier to work on the cars. So that's just a quick update of what we have going on currently. So with that being said, I think it'll be a good time to show you guys how my red Mustang got into the state that it's in right now, and show you some track footage from this summer. All right, guys, so you can see in that video, the highest I tracked was about 107. I was highly disappointed in that because the car sat for a year. There's a shop in Denver who I won't name, but they fried my computer on the car, so it sat for a year. So this was me taking it to a different shop, coming back to the track, went 107. I was disappointed because down in Pueblo, the fastest I've gone is 115. So with that being said, there's another set of videos I'm gonna show you guys. Is at Bandimere all 4 day. About a week later, before that happened, So a week before Bandimere, we went down to Pueblo and I was running the car, went 111, and it ended up throwing the belt off the supercharger. So got that fixed that night, went up to Denver the next day. So those are gonna be the next 2 videos I show you. Only got 2 passes in because it threw the belt again. But in the meantime, if you notice, the red car is not behind me. So got some more parts in, got things figured out. My brother Jalen helped me get it in, the transmission in last night, and I stayed up till 5 o'clock this morning and got the car done. So it is finally out here in the driveway. Drove it around a little bit today. Need to do the braking miles on the clutch, and still I need to play around with the firewall adjuster and the adjustment down low on the transmissions for the clutch cable, because it's still kind of jumpy, I guess. But yeah, so I'll show you what the problem was, why we could not get the transmission the last 1/4 of an inch made it to the back of the engine, and it was the pilot bearing right here. So this one came with a bronze one. It came with the clutch that's in there, and this one would slide on the inner shaft, but it just would not go. So I ended up going to a parts store, getting a more factory pilot bearing that had the roller bearings in there, and once we did that, it slid right in. So without further ado, here are going to be the videos from Bandimere. All right, so yes, went 112, and I was extremely happy about that, especially for being in Bandimere on hot lap passes. You can hear me revving up. I was trying to get the 2-step to engage, so that's still kind of finicky, so I'm still working on that. But before I had it tuned, we did the coil over plug conversion on this, and that's the reason why I picked up 5 miles per hour. So I was going 107 on 7 cylinders, because back here, my last fuel injector, if you can see it back there, came undone. So I don't know how long it was like that, but the first 3 videos you see is actually on 7 cylinders, and I did not catch that was unplugged until about a week later. So that's how I picked up 5 miles per hour at the track. But yeah, with all that being said, so there's still some more stuff to do with this thing to get it right. There's gonna be more content. I would like to get another video, because if you don't have video, it's not proof. So unofficially, this has already outran Sean's GT 350, but I would just like to get it on video, and that might be pretty cool content. Another thing, I don't have names for any of my vehicles, so if you guys have any good ideas or good names, suggestions, if you'd like to make those, please comment. Sean's named all of his vehicles already, all after we'll just say dancers. So that's all right. And before I wrap up this video, it came to my attention, I don't have names for any of my vehicles. Sean has named all his. Let's just say they're all named after dancers. So if you have any good suggestions, ideas, go ahead and leave a comment. Please like and subscribe to our page, and let us know what else you would like to see on the channel. Thanks.